Horses had already dominated the Old World. Once Chris Columbus ran aground in Hispaniola, the horse saw new territories to rule under its iron hoof. They were first introduced to the New World through the Columbian Exchange when Cortés brought them to the Americas in the early 1520s. This had immediate impacts on the wildlife and vegetation, the natives that lived there, and the horses themselves.
Firstly, the horse greatly impacted the environment and ecology of the New World. Through their diet, they changed the vegetation growth and wildlife dynamics. The horse, as an invasive species, had similar diets to those animals that already lived in the New World, such as the bull and the llama. However, because of the horse's superior traits, the Europeans helped those horses take over the role that these New World animals had previously occupied, directly leading to the horse conquering the fields and pastures that the New World animals had occupied for centuries. Horses became wild animals when disease struck the native tribes that owned them. Once no longer domesticated, those feral horses were not as desirable among the natives because of the difficulty of handling them. In the late 17th century, they began to collect in herds of wild horses and spread across the plains of the American continent over the next 100 years.
At first, horses were scarce for the Native American populations. In some cases, the natives feared the horses. As time went on, however, the Native Americans acquired horses usually through trade, theft, and breeding. They learned how to handle and take care of them, often when enslaved and forced to perform the menial work. Because of the initial scarcity of horses in the Americas, the perilous means through which the horses were obtained, and the utility they provided, they became a sign of economic status and power among the natives. While they used the horses for many purposes, it still took time before the native populations in the Americas became the horse-oriented societies that we take them to be now. As native populations became more dependent on horses, the abilities to hunt, gather, trade, and travel grew. Horses even changed many tribes' religious practices. According to the Lakota healer Black Elk, some tribes even developed into horse tribes, where horses made a deeper impact.
The horse had an immediate impact on the environment, the natives' people, and even the physiology of the horse itself. However, for the horse, the Columbian Exchange can be considered an extremely positive experience. It gained much more land to roam and conquer. It gained the ability to productively breed the best traits, and it left a major impact on the peoples of the Americas. It could be argued that no animal gained more from the Columbian Exchange than the horse.